We have a new Stern Avengers. This is the Hulk edition, and we're going to kind of go through and play the game and review it. I have my buddy Marty with me, who's going to be joining me with some commentary on the game. And this one was number 50 of 250. The Hulks, I guess, are kind of hard to get. They're sold out. But we're going to go through the game and talk about it and show its features and what we like and what we don't like. And so here's the playfield up on the Hulk, and kind of see no incandescent bulbs except for some flashers. It's all LEDs, all in-your-face LEDs. You know, what I find interesting is for the feature lights, they use these little boards, you know, soldered point with surface mount LEDs, but for the GI, they're using 555 style sockets on the playfield to hold them, and this has created another problem, which we'll talk about in a second. Down here, look, you get a real manual. When you buy an LE, you get a real manual. Shaker motor. Real lockdown bar, not the bogus, you know, clasp here and here, but the one like the traditional style lockdown bar.
No pegs.
Yeah, that's right, and you have this instead of the pegs. So, you know, when you get an LE, you get what we used to get. Yeah, except at twice the price. So, the mechanisms look pretty solid, though. I mean, this is the Hulk. It makes them go right and left. This is what raises that drawbridge. LE takes 6 balls. The Pro takes 4. Okay, so this one has 6 because it's the LE. Under these slingshots, if you look here, the bulbs are not bayonet style where you push in and turn, but they're the kind 555 style where you just push in. Well, last night when we were playing this, over the course of a couple hours, twice the bulbs came out of their sockets and were like coming down the in lane, and we were hitting them with the flippers, sending them up with the ball. That I see as a huge problem, especially if this game was on location. If it's shedding its GI bulbs while you're playing it, I see that as a huge problem. The other thing that happens just a ton is that the ball comes up through here. If he twists, it gets stuck behind him right here. And then it kind of has to go through a ball search for him to raise his arms. And I don't...
Stuck right there.
Yeah, and it also does it on this side too. And the thing that I don't understand is why couldn't they have just made it so that his arms were up like that so that the ball could just roll free? Yeah, this is interesting too. Did you see this thing? That's the switch. That's the switch. You know, that it knows that the weight of the ball here, I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it click?
I can't hear it.
I can hear it
That's
click.
me.
I can hear it click. So that's what senses where the ball is in front of him. But there's nothing to sense when it's up here or over here, and that's why it gets stuck behind him a lot. And again, why couldn't they just made it so his arms are up a little more? He can still raise his arms, you know, give him some more upward action, but don't let him come down so much. I don't know why they did that. Another thing is this ramp here, which is actually kind of cool. The ball comes up here, across here, and by the way, this goes up too, which is, you know, when you're in Hulk multi-ball, that goes up. But one thing that's wild is the ball comes through here, and then it's open right here. Well, it's not really open. I mean, it's got clear, but it looks open. You know what I mean? It gives this look of openness as the ball comes through. Yeah, and that's a diverter that goes up and down. That, you know, so either the ball can go into here, into this kick-out hole, or divert back down here to the in lane. Another thing is just kind of the for an LE, like this flat plastic thing, I mean, it's incredibly cheap. I mean, if you're paying, what was this game, $7,500? I think it was $7,500. And it just really, I don't know, it doesn't come across as a $7,500 game, to me, at least. Some nice stuff. The ball arch thing where they have the LEDs coming through here, did you see that, Marty?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, except when they light up here, they're too focused. I mean, it's like the LED's right there, right in his head. The play is interesting. The blackness to it isn't there, though, at all. A matter of fact, it's really dim looking. Now, apparently, it's a green LED with a green film, and some people have been taking the film off, and that makes it brighter. But the downside to that is it looks more pixelated if you do that. So it's kind of like, you know, you're taking away from one thing to add to another. I don't know if it's worth it, but it doesn't look, the contrast is awful on it. And to make things worse, up here in the back glass, the fluorescent bulb, when the lights are down, it bleeds through here, and you get this kind of ring right here from the fluorescent. It looks awful, to be honest with you. It's just I don't know.
You're not buying this one.
You know, not for $7,500. It would be impossible for me to justify. You know, I mean, it just seems like a lot of money. And also, here, can you see this? I don't know if you can see this, but look at the dimples on the playfield. Can you see it? See them? Look at them. See them?
Well, that's typical. Oh, wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, this game has less than 200 plays on it. And look at all the dimples that are in here. I mean, it's going to be hard to see with the camera. I don't know if I can get them. But there is a fair amount of dimpling, you know, in the clear coat. And the clear coat seems very thin. Doesn't it seem thin? Especially over the inserts here. It's almost like I'm feeling the edge of the inserts. And for a brand new game, I don't think I should feel that. This toy here just pisses me off, frankly. It's, to me, just gets in the way and it's useless. The next complaint is the in-lane lights. I'm holding the camera from the player's perspective. Right here there's a blinking light. Right here there's a blinking light. You can't see them. Not at all. They're blocked by this ramp. But you see here it is. Here, now you can see it. If I come off to the side. Same thing over here. You can see this one, but you got to kind of lean way over it.
Oh, it's not even close for me.
No, it's incredible. And it's just like the LEDs are just like in your face, like these ones too. They almost give me a headache. I don't think this is as well designed as I would like. You know, you know what this is? This is a great $4,500 pinball machine. It's a great $4,500 pinball machine. Is it a $7,500 pinball machine? Oh wow, I'm having a hard time thinking that it is. I really, really am. This is, you know, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not a buyer.
You're not a buyer. Here's a perfect example of that. Look, we were just playing. Look what just happened. Look what just happened. It just came out. You don't use 555s on the playfield. You use 47, twist and turns.
Right from there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Look, it came out from here. This is crazy. Why am I having to do this on a brand new game with 200 plays? You know, you just plunged the ball and it came out, right, Marty?
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy. Look right there, that LED has come out, that 555 LED again, on the bottom of the slingshot.
Again.
It's out, it's sitting there, it's just waiting to come down. All right, Gary's getting ready to flip the 555 light that's going. You gonna flip it? And there it stays in the in lane. And it came out right underneath the slingshot. Already having problems with, look, these 555 sockets. Look at this. I got them, you know, this is for a brand new game. This is just, that's unacceptable. You know, having to monkey around with the LEDs. There we have it right there. The ball is stuck and we're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting some more. Come on. There we go. Okay, there he goes. There he goes. And now the thing came up and the ball is now released. So, oh, there you go. He did it again. Oh, Marty, you're good at sticking balls, aren't you? So, but I mean, overall, how do you feel? Does the flipper seem strong enough?
Yeah, flippers are good.
You know? See, now you got like Hulk multi-ball going, which is nice. You can see the Hulk get all mad. Okay, adjusted the pop bumpers. Adjusting the pop bumpers made a huge difference. The switches on them were not real good. I do think it's an interesting layout. It is different. I like it for that a lot. I like this shot up here. It kind of reminds me of Theater of Magic, you know, where you do that big, big loop and comes up here and goes through there. I like how it locks the balls here.
I haven't got that far yet.
Well, it light, you know, this thing will stop flashing when you lock 1, 2, 3. Well, whatever. And I don't know what. This is cool how it comes up. You know, I like that too. I think this is neat how it comes up like that.
Ramps are always fun.
Yeah, ramps are always fun, and I like how this comes up and allows the ball to go either fall off the ramp or complete through to here, and then you've got this diverter to send it this way or that way. Basic layout, I think, is kind of neat. If they just kind of did a little more refinement, I think this could have been a lot better. And I'm not even talking about the software yet. The software is like a really early revision here. You know, the software is not anywhere near complete. But I think this.
You mean Stern released the game without complete software?
Yeah. So the playfield has all graphics from the movie.
Right.
But none of the voice calls are from the movie. They're all custom, actors. And the animations up on the screen are from like the comic book. So they've taken like all these different things and tried to merge them. And I don't think it was real successful on how it came out.
$7,500 for this machine is insane.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm glad that somebody bought it, because we wouldn't be standing here if somebody didn't buy it. And you can see they only made, of the Hulk, they only made 250, and this is number 50. What don't you like?
I don't like the cheapness.
It feels cheap to you?
Oh, it does feel cheap. Watch, if you hit this ramp here, you see the whole thing wiggle.
Here's the back box. You can notice my friend put some blue tape over the fluorescent tube. I guess that brings the level of the tube down a little bit and he thinks it makes it look nicer. I have no opinion. But you can see that they're a rather small board set. It looks very clean and precise in there. So in conclusion, I think we want to like the Avengers. We just had a hard time doing it. With some minor tweaking, and certainly with some software changes, I think it could be a really nice game. You know, Stern needs to think about their quality and what they're doing, though. It seems like they've really gotten away from people that operate games to the homeowners. A lot of the issues that are problems with this machine would probably be less of an issue if you were a homeowner. But to operate this game, I would see it as a nightmare. That it would just be too much work to keep going, that parts are falling out, things just seem inexpensive, and that stuff would break. Also, given the price that they're going for, they're basically selling this game for effectively twice what they used to sell games pre-Iron Man. And so they're giving you a higher price and they're giving you less game. That doesn't really add up. It's really what Stern's doing is making Jersey Jack look like a rock star, because their build quality is far superior and just seems to be a much better value given the price point that Stern is asking for their machines.